Welcome, folks, to the first very episode of the Making It Permanent podcast. This is volume 001. I'm your host. I just go by Eddie. And here I got my four friends with me on the show today. And we're going to deliver some locks from across all sports, NBA, NHL, MLB, and then I also heard there's some PGA, college baseball, and maybe a KBO bet later on in the show from our one and only Steen. But first, let me introduce the guys for you. Again, my name's Eddie. You can call me the Spaghetti Maker. I have Baby Raider, a.k.a. Baby Got Bets on here. He's the one with the beach. We have Raider, a.k.a. Daddy Rainbucks.
Pucks. Raid Pucks.
Raid Bucks. Sorry. Steen, aka Stacks Island. Steen, how you doing today?
Good, man. How are you doing today?
And then we got Turd, aka you heard from Turd. Turd, what's going on, baby? Turd said
his audio must be out.
Turd said he's not talking on the show today, so that was just a little test right there. But we're starting this show. We're gonna be giving out locks to everybody. What I want to do here in this first segment, though, since the people don't know who we are yet, is I want to just go through everybody. I want you to tell me your story, why you like to gamble, how you got into gambling. Just give me a few quick hitters and let the people know a little bit about you, how you got into gambling and all that good stuff. So I'm going to start with you, Baby Raider. Why don't you tell the people what's going on with your gambling life?
So I got into gambling kind of in college when I was living with three of my other boys. We would just toss bets around, make a lot of coin. Figured I'd make it my full-time job. So now I'm a professional gambler.
Very good to hear. Raider, how about you, Raider?
Yeah, I got into gambling. You can see the Tiger shirt here. Pretty much just love all sports. So whether it was gambling with the buddies in high school back in the day on our high school games, now MLB, NBA, college sports, and the favorite on the ice, pucks. So big gambler. Love the game though.
All right, Steen, I'll let you finish it up. Tell the people what got you into it. Why are you such a degenerate gambler?
I tell you, I blame it all on my parents and my grandpa. It's a combination of all of them. We went to Florida one time, Tampa area. They decided to take me to the dog tracks, give me a few bucks, let me bet on the puppies. But ever since that day, I've been throwing units on everything from Russian table tennis, Korean baseball, hell, you name it, I bet it. That's for sure.
Good to hear. So I would ask Turd, but he said he's going to remain silent this entire podcast. He just wants to watch. So we'll ask him when he decides that he wants to speak up on the show. But as you can see, he's just sitting in and observing this show. Well, let's go on to our main segment here. It's locks time, where we all provide our locks. So we're recording this on Wednesday night. These are for Thursday's bets. All right, so these are for Thursday's games, and I'll get us started off here with the NBA Finals. We got Game 6 coming up Thursday night, so that's a big game coming up. And I want to get you guys started with an SGP, same game parlay. It's a 4-leg parlay. It's at plus 475 as we speak, and you can get that on DraftKings. I expect them to probably come out with a boost on Thursday, so be mindful of that. But to go through it here real quick, I'll just tell you each leg and why I like each of these. So first leg of the parlay is Al Horford over 2.5 assists. I love this bet. He's hit this in 16 of his last 18 playoff games. He hasn't hit in 2 games this series, which is kind of concerning, but still a really good track record there, 16 out of 18 games, and it's still got pretty good value on it. So I still like that Al Horford over 2.5 assists. First leg of our parlay. Second leg, Marcus Smart, 20-plus points and rebounds, so a little combination there. Smart just continues to deliver on this bet. He's hit it in 4 out of 5 finals games. The only exception where he missed it was the Game 2 blowout. And in both games in the regular season versus the Warriors, he hit this easily. So I love this. I expect him to get heavy minutes. Their backs are against the wall, Game 6. As long as he can stay out of foul trouble, I like this to hit again. Next up, Andrew Wiggins, 25 plus points and rebounds. I usually like to go with the Wiggins points, but I like combining it now with the rebounds because the last 2 games, he's just been a monster on the boards. 16 rebounds in game 4, 13 rebounds in game 5. He's hit this over in 4 out of 5 games in the finals. Expect him to do it again. He's going to get heavy minutes. They want to win this game and don't want to go back to Golden State. So I like Wiggins again, 25 points plus points and rebounds. And then last on here, Jaylen Brown over 5.5 rebounds. He's hit this over in each of the 5 final games versus the Warriors. Also hit it easily in both games in the regular season. He's going to be playing, pretty much the whole game if he can. So expect him to be trying to hit the boards quick. He's going to get heavy minutes. So I like that as the last leg of our parlay. So Horford over 2.5 assists, Smart 20 plus points and rebounds, Wiggins 25 plus points and rebounds, Brown over 5.5 rebounds. Lock that in. I have it in on DraftKings. I expect there to be a boost, but I really like this parlay. I've been using some sort of variation on it on pretty much most of the finals games, and it's done pretty well. Now for my single bet for that series for tomorrow. Again, I'm going to bet again on Smart over 20.5 points and rebounds. It's moved up 1 from last game. It was at 19.5. It's now at 20.5. I still like it. 4 out of 5 in this series, as I've mentioned above. He's just killing this prop. 23, 22, 31, 4, 23, 24, 25. Go ahead, lay some juice on it. It's minus 110. I like it to hit again. Like I said, he's going to get heavy minutes. So that's my single bet here. I do have a couple bonus bets that I won't get into too much detail because I know we have some other bets, but game 6 of this series, I do like Warriors +4. I like the champions to come out here the Celtics. They've gotten, decent playoff experience, but the Warriors obviously are champions. I like them to come into Boston tomorrow. +4, I would even probably hit the money line at +150. I do think they win that game outright. And then last, I would do Andrew Wiggins Finals MVP +1,400. Now, if the Warriors win this series, I think Curry is all but a lock to win it. He needs it for his legacy. He needs a Finals MVP. But Andrew Wiggins has been playing out of his mind the last few games. And if he comes into game 6 and has a similar game as he has the last couple games, I think at +1,400, that's something that, you got to at least look into, throwing a little bit on. But like I said, Curry's probably going to win it. But at +1,400, you should at least lay something on it. So, yeah, That's what I got. NBA right there. That's all I got for my NBA bets. I like each of those. Now we'll move on to Baby Raider. He's got some PGA bets and a few other, I think, college baseball bets. So let's move on to him for his plays.
Thank you, Eddie. I'm going to just sign me up for a unit on all those. I love the Smart bet and the Wiggins Finals MVP. He's been a monster this series, so I love that one too. They'll probably give it to Curry, but I liked Wiggins as well. So yeah, there's a golf major this weekend, fellas, and I'll tell you what, I've been analyzing the board, and it's rare that I can say this, but I think I know who's finishing first, second, and third this weekend. So I'm all over. These are kind of my 3 guys, and then I'll go into specifics. I'm all over Rory to win. I'm all over Schauffele, and I love the Schauffele top 20 at -125. There's currently a boost on DraftKings. I would recommend hitting that and then putting it on Schauffele top 20. I love that one. And then a little sleeper, I like Shane Lowry. And one of my other favorite bets is Shane Lowry over Sung J M for the whole tournament at -120. And then if you just want a little Thursday action, nothing that's going to make or break the bank, but I like Shane Lowry over Justin Rose on day 1. Now Rose just had his best round of his entire life last weekend, and that's exactly why I love this bet. We've all played golf and we know how that goes. The recency bias is all on Rose, but this course sets up perfect for Lowry. I think it's going to be chaos with the rough, so it's going to emphasize drives in the fairway and iron play. So that suits Rory, Lowry, and Schauffele. Another little, a couple more sprinkles. I'm on Corey Connors this weekend. I got Connors over Horschel for the tournament, and Corey Connors top Canadian. So those are going to be the PGA bets for you guys. I got a bunch more, and I might throw some on Twitter if you want to ride with me. But those are my favorite ones this week. And then College World Series starts this weekend as well. It's hard to pick games because you don't know who the starting pitchers are. But I found a game on Friday that I like. Texas A&M money line, hottest team in baseball. They're currently plus 100 versus Oklahoma. So I like that one a lot. And then on Saturday, I like Arkansas money line. If Connor Nolan pitches, he's a stud pitcher. Arkansas, another hot team. Give me the hot bats. And then there's a couple other overs that I like that I'll throw on the Twitter page for you if you want to really ride me this weekend. But yeah, that's what I got. And I'm ready to deploy units on everyone's bets. I trust everyone in the pod, and I'm excited.
Absolutely. So that wraps that up. I don't know any of those. Most of those players you just said, I don't know anything about it, but I'm going to be riding on those plays for sure. Raider, you're up next. I know you're you claim to be the hockey guy of the group, even though you don't have much luck on the
Yeah, step into Raider Puck's office. I don't know what the giggling was about there, but step into Raider Puck's office. Couple stats. We didn't plan this at all, but with baby, I am on both of those games as well. Little Texas A&M stats that I'm eating up. I'm 3 units on that play. They play Oklahoma, who is average allowing 6.5 runs a game in the postseason. In 6 games in which, sorry about the dogs in the back, in games where Texas A&M scores 6+ runs, they're 28-5 and they're 11-6 in 1-run games. So I love A&M. Haven't lost in the postseason. Let's go over to Pucks. We just tipped off, boys. We're about to tip off in minutes here. I'm riding a couple bets. I got to mention it. We're sitting on that plus 750 that we had on Colorado in the first round. We put it on them to win the cup. They're still around. They're the favorites to win the cup. So we're sitting on that. All those of you who have been riding me, we're feeling pretty good about that. We also couple plays just for tonight, so you guys can check me on these. We like Colorado money line tonight, minus 150. I would be interested in going regulation for plus 100. We like the over of 6 tonight, and I got a couple stats on that on the over. I think only once since 20. There's been 6 goals or more scored in game 1 of every Stanley Cup final since 2017. The over is 17-6 in all Colorado games when the total is exactly 6. And the over is 19-15 when Tampa Bay plays to that same total. So I feel safe with that over 6 number rather than more. Well, first goal action for tonight. We like Cale Makar at plus 1,700. There's a boost for first goal scorer of 300. So you can get him at plus 2,000 for first goal scorer. I like the little sprinkle there. And then some series bets on the Pucks. We like Cale Makar for series MVP. If you hadn't heard of him, young defenseman. We believe Colorado's going to win it. Plus 270 for series MVP. It's either going to be him or Nathan McKinnon, who's the favorite. And then we like Colorado to win the series. We're sitting on that plus 750. We like them at minus 170 still. Tough juice. And then a couple plays on the ball diamond for those that are interested in some MLB plays for tomorrow, Thursday. We like a little parlay action. We got Toronto minus 1.5. They got Kevin Gossman on the mound against the Orioles. We like that. We like Philadelphia money line. Zach Wheeler versus Patrick Corbin. And Patrick Corbin is an absolute gas can at this point in his career. And then lastly, we like Joe Musgrove against Matt Swarmer. Tonight, the Padres play in Chicago. Winds going out, expected to be high runs. I kind of like the Cubs in this game. So the Padres are going to bounce back tomorrow. We like Joe Musgrove.
Anytime you could bet against Patrick Corbin, you got to do it. He's on my list of pitchers. You guys know I have a list of guys I love to attack. Patrick Corbin's top 5 on that list. He's awful. Continue to hammer against him anytime you can, specifically at 5 games. All right, does that finish your bets there, Raider?
Yeah, I'm good, man. All those plays.
All right, so let's move on. This is our last one because, like I said, Turt isn't going to give you guys any input. He's here studying. He's here learning. He doesn't know how to talk to people yet, virtually.
He's in the lab. Just let him stay in the lab. Let him hunt down the SGPs. When he's got the SGPs that he loves, he sends them in, and you print money with his SGPs. Just let him be in the lab.
Yep, you just got to learn how to deliver the message. So last up, we got Steen here. Steen's going to deliver his 2 plays for Thursday's MLB game. I know he spent a ton of time on this today, researching for you guys. So Steen, take it away. wrap the show up here with the final plays here, MLB plays for Thursday. What do you have?
I got two F5 bets here, and then I'll give you a little KBO action. You guys already know who I'm on in the KBO, though. We'll get to that in a bit. Yeah, I spent my time in the lab today. I got two plays here. I'm starting with athletics F5 plus 0.5. All right. We got Blackburn versus the Old Bones, Rich Hill. Buddy throws 85 miles an hour. Hell, I could hit it out of the park. Blackburn comes in at a 9-3 F5 pitcher. You can't beat that. The Athletics, they're finally finding their bats. You know, they're on the road, even though when they're at home, they only have like 5 fans that show up. I like that
Moneyball.
there.
It's just Moneyball.
Yeah, just Moneyball. And then I like Mets minus 0.5. Maybe the greatest home F5 team in baseball right now. You got the Mets coming in at 21, 2, and 5. I mean, you can't bet against them. Can't bet against them at all. You got Miguel on the bump. He's got a 4-2 record. I mean, his ERA is kind of scary at 4.5. But Ashby's on the bump for the Brewers, and he's got a 1-5 record, 3.91 ERA. I just like the Mets there.
You got to remember the Brewers. The Brewers have been playing awful. I think they've lost like 8 games in a row. Then beat the Nationals and lost again. So the Brewers are playing awful baseball right
now. No offense. No offense on the Brewers. They put all the pressure on their pitching. If the pitching slips up, they're done. So I like
it. Did they beat Adon or whatever his name is? Our favorite F5 pitcher to bet
They did
against?
not. They did not. They did not beat him.
Last night, the Toledo Mud Hens put up 6 runs against Adon. So, like, we're betting against Adon.
Yeah, I was about to say, by the way, boys, we can still bet against him. FanDuel, you can bet low A baseball. So just keep that in mind. Wow. We gotta find when he's starting. And we'll still print money on that dude. But I'll just give you a little KBO action here now. You got the Kia Tigers and the NC Dinos. Who do you guys think I'm betting here?
Definitely
the Dinos. The Dinos. All day, every day. A couple years ago, that's when I met you guys. I was giving you guys Korean baseball picks all day. You know, they're printing. It was NC Dinos every morning, 5:30 every morning. All right, you had to get your bets in. You're watching before work. By lunchtime, you're already collecting your money and you're putting it in for, you know, the night games. Just how it rolls. The run line's only 8.5, and I kind of like the over there. These boys, they put up runs. I've been paying attention.
Before you get started, let me interrupt you. I apologize. So, like, for like a guy like me who doesn't know much about KBO, can you name me a couple players that maybe I would know that are on the
Dinos? You know, I don't think I can, to be honest with you.
So essentially, you're telling our 10 listeners they need to bet on the Dinos just because you like their name, which isn't a bad thing.
No. Actually, us Cubs fans, we might know one of them. A guy by the name of Nick Martini. That dude played on the Cubs.
Isn't Addison Russell out there? What team is he on?
He's canceled.
Yeah, but he's on a KBO team.
Steve, by the way, your boy Blackburn was a Cub as well.
Was he?
Yeah, he got traded as a prospect. So you're all over the Cubs. Like, you just got a nose for the Cubs.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you where Addison Russell is right now. Hell, you look him up on
I think he's at San Quentin. He's down at San Quentin I think he's doing 10 to 20 at San Quentin.
Oh no, he plays in the Mexican League.
Buddy, San Quentin. They got a good team.
I can't pronounce that, so don't even try to get me to. De Monclova. I mean, that's as close as I'm gonna get. But yeah, I mean that's all we got. We got Athletics plus 0.5, Mets minus 0.5, and NC Dinos money line at minus 126. Those are 3 runners right there.
And you need to tell the folks those are F5 bets, right? That's not game. Those are F5.
Yes, my 2 MLB bets are F5s.
All right.
Plus 0.5, minus 0.5.
All right. Well, that's all I had. I think if you guys got any other bets here before we wrap the show up, I was going to give Turd the floor to maybe just pop in and at least say hi to the listeners, but I don't even think we could even get that at this point. So let's give him a couple seconds here. Maybe he wants to come in and say hi before we wrap it up. But those are our plays here. We got you from every sport. We're not just a one-stop shop here. Okay. We're not going to give you one sport. We're going to go across all the sports. We got all the experts here. We look at every single sport, and we're going to tell you bets from each sport. Like you said,
we go where the money is. We go where the money is.
Exactly. So that's going to wrap up this first episode here of the Making It Permanent podcast. Actually, it's not a podcast. I'm used to saying podcast for my other shows. It is a YouTube show. It's volume 001 of the show. Anything you guys want to shout out or say to our listeners before we sign off here for the first time?
Comment, subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Absolutely. Dominate that subscribe button. Hit the like. Tell a friend. Tell your friends to tell your friends. This is going to
turn on ABC. Puck drop right now. Goals.
Pucks on net.
All right.
Always
Appreciate you guys giving us a listen. And we'll see you guys here soon with our next episode.